All right, everybody, welcome to the first of the DriverSide Chats. That's what I'm going to call these. It's going to be a nice little cozy conversation with my boy right here. All we need is a little fire pit. I'll work on that for you guys. But this is a series I've been wanting to launch for a while. Really just conversation about cars and whatever else comes up. None of this is scripted. It's all just open conversation. So today I am with Marcel, who I've met at work, and he has this tricked out Camry behind us. We'll give you a little tour of some of his stickers and other things later. Anyway, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about this car.
So I'm Marcel. This is a 1996 Toyota Chaser Tour S. Yeah.
What does that mean? Tour S. What are the specs? What are the trim levels we're talking?
Tour S is right under the Tour V, Tour V is basically the M3 of this. Tour S is like the 328i.
You talking M3? Are we talking same class? Yeah. I don't know much about these cars, so.
Yeah, the Tour V, 280 horsepower, the 1JZ GTE.
So we're talking like E46, E36? What are we competing with?
E46 would blast this thing if it was an M3.
All right, cool. You know what I miss? I missed when cars actually had names, right? Now, like, BMWs be like, BMW 328i, X-Drive 45e, i-Performance bullshit, all this stuff. But it's cool, Toyota Chaser. And it looks like it even has a little, like, its own badge. A lot of old Japanese cars used to do that. I thought that was really cool. So, cool. Toyota Chaser Tour S. Yep. All right, so why this car? What made you choose it over, let's say, like an M3 or anything similar price range?
It's just a nice looking car. Nice looking car, 4 doors.
Just that simple? Nothing else to it?
Simple. I mean, sure, I have some memories of like family members owning it before. Like,
okay, tell me a little bit about that.
Like my uncle, when he went to Japan for I think about 4 or 5 years, he had one of these for a little bit, and I saw a picture of it one time. Immediately fell in love with it.
Whoa, okay. So what about like you and your uncle? Are you pretty close? Was it just kind of like a random coincidence that you saw the picture, or like does that kind of a tie-in too?
We're pretty close. We lived together for pretty much a very long time. Yeah, all of us lived in my grandparents' house. So.
Okay, cool. So we will talk about the import process a little bit later. I think that'd be a really cool separate video to work on. I know a lot of people are probably interested in that and curious about the process. I definitely am. Somebody's having fun. Anyway, yeah, we'll have a video about that, but let me get into more about, so one, looks. So would you say that's like really important to you when it comes to cars? From what I've learned, it is. But what makes a car look good? I do think this car looks really good, and I think it's definitely a gem right now. People are starting to appreciate them a lot more. But what is it? Like, what makes a car look good? I feel like that's a cool conversation.
It's just a nice looking car. I don't know what to say. I mean, completely stock, I think it is not very attractive, but with the body kits that are made for it, it looks really nice.
Is this a body kit you have on it right now?
It's just a lip kit from like eBay.
For me, I think personally, what does it for me is just lighting. Like the headlights and taillights make or break a car for me. The body shape is like important, but even if a car has a nice shape and silhouette, and a perfect example of this for me is like, let's say, the first gen Boxster. The silhouette of that car is pretty much the same as all the other Boxsters, and everybody else is like, great looking car. But the headlights and the taillights on that car really make it look dated and just not as special for me. So for me, it's lighting, and I really like the headlights and especially the taillights. I don't know as much as you, but the other Chaser generations, the taillights, I don't like them, and that's it for the car for me. So let me know what you guys think. What makes a car good looking? Do you have any deal breakers? For me, it's lighting. You agree with that?
Yeah, I would say the lights make a big difference, definitely.
So back to importing. You imported this car. How did you find it? Where did you import it from? And I guess just like 1 to 10, how complicated or stressful was it to import?
So I found it at an auto auction in Kobe, Japan. Had somebody inspect it for me, and then from there I just worked with like a logistics company to get it shipped over. Cool. On a level of 1 to 10 for how stressful, annoying it was. I mean, 10 being the high end, probably like a 7, I'll be honest. It was a headache for a lot of things, mostly when it got here.
And you can't see it right now, but the rear plate is from Washington. We are in California. What's up with that?
That's the way to get it registered here.
I see that a lot with the imported cars. It's hard to get them registered in California, but we'll give you a little walk around of the car later. But very cool. Like I was saying, these cars are very, I guess, underappreciated until recently. Most people, when they think of imports, Skylines, RX-7s, Supras, things like that. And I already asked you, like, so why'd you pick this? And it just looks cool, but I also think it's, what makes it a good value in my perspective is how usable it is. Like, how many miles are on this car?
51,000 kilometers, so like 32,000 miles, something like that.
That is crazy, because you have an extremely, pretty much new four-door, great-looking, high-performance, rear-wheel drive, and incredibly unique car. So I think they're definitely going up as far as popularity. I have had limited experience with this car. This is the first Chaser I've ever like seen, and then I've gotten to ride in it, checked out the interior. It has a lot of charm. The more I interact with this car, the more I like it, and it really surprised me. So you'll see that in the walk around, see what I'm talking about. But yeah, anything else about the car? Maybe things you've done to it or plans for the future?
So far, only things I've done to it: new suspension, lip kit. Nothing much. It's mostly stock.
And what about parts? I mean, the car's not made here. Is that like kind of hard to deal with?
Nah, it shares a lot of parts with the Lexuses, like the IS300. You can get the brakes from the LS400, SC400, all that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Seems like a really good car to get into, especially for that case. That's what I think about is parts availability, because I like really weird, rare cars, but then when you try to find parts for them, you start to miss the popular stuff pretty quickly. So with that, what other cars have you owned? What's your car history like?
So my first car, Acura Integra, I think in 97, 95 or 97. After that, Ford Focus. I got a Challenger. I had a Mark II that was also imported, but I didn't import that one myself. E36, love that car. Second favorite car. Then I have a 1987 SR5 pickup truck. That's all I can think of.
I'm laughing about the E36 comment because he jokes around all the time that this is an E36. It's just a Japanese version. The front end does look similar. I would definitely take this over an E36. But yeah, he talks about it all the time. I'm thinking about one. Anyway, so if you were to lose this car for whatever reason or just couldn't have it, what would you replace it with, if anything, and why?
I probably wouldn't replace it with anything. Honestly, there's not a car that I like as much as this. I think the closest thing to it would be an E36. Realistically, that's the only thing that's close to it.
So this is like a forever car for you? You would keep this? This is like your car?
Yeah. I don't plan on getting rid of it.
All right. And the thing that's crazy to me is like I'm asking about it and I'm like, so what is it? So what is it? Why is it so special? And he's like, it just looks nice. That's what's funny to me. But hey, sometimes that'll do it. It definitely does that for me. I'm really, really big on styling. Even if a car is objectively great, performance, value, every other aspect, if I just don't like the way that it looks, not into it. Seems like it's the same for you too, but for me it's like, it's interesting because you don't see the car when you're driving it, only when you park it and it's never moving. It's really interesting. I don't know if you've seen anybody else like driving your car or videos of it, but when you see your car in motion, it's like a completely different feel. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, it is a very cool car. We'll go ahead and give you guys a walk around, but thanks a lot for the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this new format. I'm really, enjoying it. I feel like it's a casual, cool way to just have a conversation. But oh, sorry, sir. Didn't realize the seat was taken. I'll take the back. We are here with the inside of the Chaser. We got, what do they call these again?
Surikawa.
We got our Surikawa here. I really like this. It's actually very useful. A little deck. We got some cards in here. Very cool. Oh, sheesh. I like these two. I opened these actually the other day. But very cool. I love how the dash is so small in this car. Like you can see or not seat, but like you just have so much room even with this here. And the carpeting, I don't know how well you can pick it up on camera, but it's got like blue in it. It's really hard to see, but very cool. My favorite thing about this car has to be this right here. What is this, Marcel?
This is a map.
This is a map. Tell me a little bit more about the map. I can't really read it. Why is that?
It's in Japanese. It's from the original owner. So everything here is from the original owner.
All right, but let me get that view of what he put on here. He's got a whole library of Japanese music. Look at this.
This is just one album.
That's so cool.
Press this.
This is what I love about used cars, just the history that comes with them, especially when you import.
These are all the albums that there are. So if I go to the bottom, I think it's like 50.
Does this do the flippy thing? Where it like flips up?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I want to see that
too. So he has 52 different albums.
52 albums, and they're bangers, right? Like driving around this car, we went for a little ride, playing the Japanese music. It really it's like a time capsule. It really puts you in a different, feels like you're in Japan. It's very, very cool. Especially, I'm here. I'm on the wrong side. So it feels a little crazy. I was putting both my hands out the window, getting people to look. It was definitely fun. But I want to see that flip action. Yo, that's so sick. And then how you put it back? You just push it again. I don't know if it's just me, but that is so cool to me. All right, and then we got like this carbon kind of. We got lights in here.
Yeah.
It's this kind of like carbon though throughout the interior. It's kind of hard to see. And this is all factory, right?
Yep. Everything's
very
factory
cool.
except for this.
Very cool. This is a great addition. It's actually really useful. And then just tons of space and really good insulation. I don't know how much the mic is picking up the exhaust, but we're gonna put the window down. You can probably hear it a lot more. These are thick, really thick glass. It's super, like, this is definitely like Lexus level. Be a Lexus here for sure. Really good insulation. But yeah, I just love the interior of this car. The carpet too, which is gonna be hard to see, but I'll cover that more in the full review. But yeah, I really like being in this car. Very comfortable, very cool. So that's the inside. All right, so that is it. I am on the wrong side here. Very cool experience, but thanks a lot for doing the video. We'll have some more content on this car. I'm sure a lot of you will enjoy it. Let me know what you want to see. As long as you're up for it, I'm up for it. So thanks a lot. If you guys enjoyed, let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more of the Chaser and some other driver side chats. We out.